Hello and welcome to the video. I'm Jimmy the Mower and today we're going to be building a wooden workbench in my new workshop. Hey, here we are then in the workshop. Now I'm sure you've been following along with this being built. We've got the flooring in, we've got the lighting in, we've got a few bits and pieces, we've got a nice engine table over here, but we haven't got a workbench of yet. Now we're looking at different options. First of all, we're going to have a modular system in here, then we're going to have something else and something else, and it's so hard to decide what to have. But I had a word with Paul here, who does a lot of carpentry and things, a lot of woodworking in fact, and he turned around and said I could make a wooden workbench. He said it'd fit all the way across there, 4.5 meters wide or thereabouts, bring it out from the wall about 90, so you'll be able to reach above it, plenty of room for you to work on, put some boxes on and stuff. And I said, you know what, Paul, you're on. So he's here today and he's going to show us how it's done. So basically we've got some timbers on the floor. What lengths of timber have we got, Paul?
4.8 meters.
So we've got 4.8 meters. And what are they in inches wide and square? Are they 4x2 or? Yeah, 4x2. So 4x2 to build a ladder frame. Then we'll put the ladder frame down and then we're going to top it off with some outdoor ply or marine ply, 18 mil thick, and that's going to sit on the top, and that will be the actual workbench itself. So he's got the spirit level in his hand. He's going to just go and measure it out, and we'll see how it goes from there. That's the first bit done then. Paul's measured this to the top of there, that's 1 meter from the floor. So he's put it up 1 meter and then 90 out. So the bench will be 90 deep and 1 meter high. However, we're going to put this hardwood marine ply just on top. So it's going to be 1 meter plus 18 mil. Give me a nice height to work on. We put these either side, which gives us a level across the entire span. Now that's done, Paul will make a ladder system on the floor and that'll form the main structure of the workbench itself. So I'll let him get on with that. I'll hang around in case he needs me to hold the end of the tape or move or carry something or whatever it is, and he can just get on with it. Right then, so after we put these in, put the frame up, decided it was a bit too deep, was struggling to reach over the top. Reach a plug socket's no problem, but maybe a bit of storage up there in later days, years, months, whatever it is, and it's a bit of a struggle to reach. We're going to reduce it in depth to about 750 mil, I think. Just gives us an extra sort of 150 mil, 6 inches, just to get a bit closer to get in. I don't want it too narrow because I want to put some toolboxes and stuff on the back so we can actually work with stuff rather than have everything underneath. But at least I think 750 is the best of both worlds. We've got plenty of room to put stuff on and we've got plenty of reach behind it as well. So she's going to take the sides off again, trim those down, put them back up, and away we go. that's some of the ladder built then. You can see there, this is going to be, is this a front face, is it, Paul?
That's the top.
So yeah, this will be the top. It's all flat on here, dead flat. So front face there when we tip it up, and it'll go up there. We just got to turn this over now, so we can put this piece on the floor, and then we can drop this on top of it, screw the one to the other, and then we can offer it up and put it back to the wall. So we'll just do that now. Goodness me, there's some weight in that, I tell you. It's a heavy duty bench. Right, I'll just help him on with this and then I'll move out the way. Well, Paul finished off the ladder system then, and we got it, picked it up, offered it up to the wall, and you know what? It was a perfect fit. We even had to tap it in with a rubber mallet, that's how good it was. So it's fitted in both ends now, put some big fixings in there through the wall. So it went through the frame, through the little noggins that we put on the end, and actually into the wall of the building itself. It's fitted all the way along. We've got a bit of discrepancy in the back there, there's a bow. This is built perfectly level, so we've got a couple of packers in there just to fill that out. And now we're moving on to the legs. Now the legs here, they're offered up, they're put in, they're dead straight. We screw in from that side 2 screws, screw in from the front 2 screws, everything's held perfectly level and flat. We've got a leg there, and then we're going to put a smaller compartment over that side and one over that side. The planes on the top, we're offering these up, and that's just for a bit of fine adjustment, just to take that off so that when we put the finished work surface on top, we'll have a perfectly level fit. So I'll let Paul carry on with the legs, and I'll get back to you in a few minutes. That's the first bit of the top cut then. Saw Paul on the floor, circular saw down this end, and then jigsaw across the long bit. The reason why I used a jigsaw across the long bit is we've got a bit of discrepancy at the back there. There's a bit of bow in the wall itself. So by putting the jigsaw down, he got a bit more leeway, and he measured to take that into account. So we put this onto the top. We offered it up to the front, and as you can see, it's dead flush. So we've got a great finish on there, and also we've taken out a little bit of the gap from behind as well, which is great for me. Because this is just permanent timber or thinner timber as well than we're using here, what I will do in future is probably put like a little kickboard, say, well, for want of a better word, that's what they used on the floor, but you know, about that high, and run it all the way along. So if we've got stuff on it in the bench, we're pushing it back, we're not damaging the wall itself or the building, we're just going to hit that instead. And as you can see with the legs, one there and one there, give us a wide space in the centre. So you need to put a stool there, we can sit down and do it. Obviously a high lift stool, because this workbench is quite high for my needs. And then coming out towards the sides, we've got a leg towards the end, gives us smaller compartments at the end there for putting stuff underneath. Hopefully we should get a compressor under there, a few bits and pieces. This will be used for more gentle work, I think, really. We've got the large engine table which we can wheel in. It's portable, so wheel that in, put that in front, do any mechanical bits on there, and any bits of cleaning, tidying up and whatever we can use on this bench. So it should be pretty good. Right, I'll just leave Paul to finish off. Just making a few measurements now. We're going to screw this down to the top so it won't move anywhere, and then hopefully we'll get the boards in both ends, and it should be looking great. Wow, look at that then. What an absolute peach of a workbench that is. I'm chuffed to bits with it. Absolutely solid construction, nice and flush at the front. We've got these legs nicely spaced out, so we've got room underneath. It's fitted to the walls either side, it's fitted to the back. We've taken out the bow in there, the boards run right the way to the back. I'm still going to put a trim on there because I don't want to damage these boards when we're pushing things backwards and forwards. I think Paul's done a fantastic job, and I'm sure you saw in the detailing when we joined these boards together, and he just takes the plane and just eases a little bit off and pushes them together, and it'd be great. Countersunk all the screws, so they're in there. Now, you can go one or two ways with this. You can either sand it down a little bit, fill those, and we'll varnish over the top, or I think I'll just probably varnish over the top really and won't fill those, because if we ever need to get to those screws, we'll know where they are and we can just chip off a little bit of varnish and take the board off and put it through. But I'm glad he did it anyway with these joins, 2 joins in the board, because if I'd done it myself, probably be a gap that big, you'd roll a screwdriver down there. So I'm chuffed to bits. Thanks, Paul. I'm over the moon. Right, that's about it then. I'm excited now. I'm going to get everything in. I don't know if you can see behind me, I've already got my little fire in there, so that's already in. I'm going to start shifting a few bits and pieces over and see where it's going to go. We're going to move these plug sockets around. This was for a different design. They were going to be in a cupboard, so they're going to probably be on display now. We might have to have a couple of extra sockets down at that end. Who knows how it'll evolve? I'm not sure. We'll just move things around and see how it works out. Thanks for watching anyway, I really do appreciate it. There's loads of other videos in this workshop series, so just check that out in the description below. You got anything nice to say, pop it in the comments section. I'm Jimmy the Mower, I'll catch you on the next one.